Good evening, all. In this session, let us discuss the Telangana State Industry Policy. So, the industrial policy framework for the state of Telangana recognizes that industrialization is recognized as a key source of the economic growth and development of the Indian state of Telangana. This framework came into force on December 1st, 2014. So here, the stated vision of industrialization is here. The main framework, the industrial policy framework will be driven by the slogan of in Telangana, innovate, incubate, and incorporate. The policy framework intends to provide a business regulatory environment where doing business would be as easy as shaking hands. Innovation and technology will drive the industries of the Telangana state. So this is the slogan. What is that? Innovation, incubate, and incorporate. Innovation is nothing but uh, creating new ideas, coming up with new ideas, creativity. And incubate here, innovate the research to innovation. The stated vision for industrialization is the research to innovation, innovation to industry, and industry to prosperity. The policy encom- encompasses 14 thrust areas with a plan to develop 6 industrial corridors and common infrastructure. The cornerstone to the policy is zero graft and zero corruption in pursuit of a secure and progressive business environment. While large companies such as ITC, Tata Motors, and Mahindra are planning to expand their businesses in the newly developed states, this policy has also gained the significance in the investment community. And next, let us see. So here, Telangana government sets a record with the new industrial policy and clears 17 projects worth rupees 1500 crores within 15 days of the launch. Okay. Next, here, the main policy of this industrial Telangana state industry policy is to regulate the business environment where it would make ease to do the business like as shaking hands. And also the innovation and technology will drive the industries of the Telangana state. Let me tell next topic. So what are the root causes? The Telangana state industrial policy is rooted in the certain core values as follows. The government regulated framework. The government regulatory framework shall facilitate industrial growth. It facilitates the industrial growth, first thing. And entrepreneurs will thrive in a peaceful, secure, and progressive business regulatory environment. Industrial development will lead to massive creation of jobs benefiting local youth. Industrialization shall be inclusive and will facilitate social equality. Benefits of industrialization should reach marginal and socially disadvantaged sections of the state. Environment will be protected and any potential impacts shall be mitigated. So the main thing is in order to facilitate the industrial growth, first thing, in order to develop the industries in our state itself, it also ensures the entrepreneurs to run the business activities in a peaceful and secure and progressive manner. And this develops the good environment of the entrepreneurs, and also it leads to the massive creation due to the development of industries in our own state. It can able to increase the job opportunities in our local area, that is Telangana state. So this makes many job opportunities. Industrialization shall be inclusive and will facilitate social equality. It also it also maintains the social equality among the society. Benefits of industrialization should reach marginal and socially disadvantaged sections of the state. The environment will be protected, and also some potential impact shall be mitigated, which is the main aim of this Telangana State Industrial Policy. And coming to the objectives, the new Telangana State Industrial Policy strives to provide a framework which will stabilize and make existing industries more competitive, and also attract and realize new international and national investments in the industrial sector. The focus is on core manufacturing sectors, with the creation of employment for urban and rural youth and adding value to existing skills emphasized at all the stages. So the main objective is to provide uh, the existing industries with more competitiveness, and also to attract and realize new international and national investments in the industrial sector. So that is to grab the attention in the global market. The focus is on core manufacturing sectors, the creation of employment for urban as well as rural youth, and adding value to existing skills emphasized at all the stages. And second thing is, in order to focus on manufacturing sectors like automobiles, semiconductor industries, like that many, like, in order to keep focus on that sector, and also to create the job opportunities in urban areas as well as rural areas both. So, and also adding values to the existing skills. So not only improving the job opportunities, but also developing the skills with the existed skills at all the stages. It is expected that the most significant outcome of this approach will be production of high quality goods at the more competitive price. The third one is, in order to bring the outcome. So whatever the outcome is there from the industries which are developed in our state should yield with good good profits. That means it should yield the production with high quality, as well as that goods should be sell at most competitive price, which will establish Made in Telangana, Made in India as a brand with high global recognition. The new Telangana State Industrial Policy strives to provide a framework which will stabilize and make existing. So not a, so why we need to enhance the quality means in order to get in order to get a good brand name, so that our quality can be known to each and every area throughout the globe, so that we'll get the business which are going to establish through this policy can get good reputation. Continue. The cornerstone of the policy is zero graft and zero tolerance to corruption. So here, why? Because in order to start a business, we need to take many permissions from the government regarding pollution control, regarding environment protection, like that many. Not only these, and each and every stage, some corruption activities are going to taking place in the business activities. So in order to keep full stop, this industrial policy has been raised. The decision making in all the Telangana state departments is transparent. And so by this policy here, the decisions which are going to take place in the business activities are going to be transparent. That means open to all the members of the company. And the departmental heads will be held responsible for all the acts of omission and commission by departmental staff. An online and help desk grievance redressal system has been put in place where the entrepreneur will be encouraged to report instances of corruption as well as delays in performing timely tasks by the Telangana state government departments. So here there is a provision where we are going to have it online help desk grievance where we can able to report to the government. So regarding the sanction of the business entity. So this is through this system we can able to share our grievances to the government, to the state government, Telangana openly. So which reduces the delay in the starting of business. And next thing, timely and strict disciplinary action will be taken against the employees who violate the parameters of the industrial policy framework. So by this we can able to monitor we can able to monitor the employees. So those are going to not only employees, those who are going to be against the parameters of this industrial policy framework. There is a to that people the government is going to lay some strict disciplinary action. So against that people who are going to go against this industrial policy framework. The government of Telangana is determined to create an ecosystem in which the ease of doing business in the state matches and even exceeds the best global standards. Mainly, this industrial policy is to create an ecosystem in which this ease of doing business in the state matches and even exceeds the best global standards. In order to improve the standards of the products as well as services, this has been emerged. Telangana state government is aware that offering a hassle-free system is considered to be of the highest priority by the industrialists. And accordingly, the government will implement a very effective industrial clearance system that will go beyond the traditional single window system. This is called TSI first. So let me tell what is hassle-free. Hassle-free system without means without problems or bother. So without any problems, the state government is going to offer the industrials with high equipment, with high clearance system without any uh, problems. And then coming to our next topic, Telangana State Industrial Project Approval, that is TSI pass. Telangana State, TS stands for Telangana State, and TSI pass, which means Telangana State Industrial Project Approval and Self-Certification System. So this act is mainly for issuing the various clearances at a single point based on the self-certification through an end-to-end interactive online system. So mainly this act has been launched by our Honorable Chief Minister Chandrasekhar Rao. It has been come into force in the year 2014, and the number of documents to be attached to an industrial application has been brought, brought down from 110 to just 10, and a system to right to industrial clearance has been introduced. Next. So far, a total of 2,991 industries have been accorded approvals involving an investment of rupees 50,827 crores, including investment from TSJ. The total employment potential of these industries is estimated to 1,98,896. So far, 1,138 industries have commenced industrial production. 405 are in advanced stage of completion, and the rest are under various stages of construction. So, according to this, here, large scale industries are not eligible for land conversion incentive. Projects projects proposed to be set up under TPRED in the municipal corporation limits of Greater Hyderabad will obtain pollution clearances wherever necessary. Textile units other than large industries may select sector type as manufacturer for applying eligible incentives. For service sector, enter equipment value. For others, enter plant and machinery value. So beyond single window. So means all are equal. Single window means all are equal before. It is going to maintain the social equality. For the first time, it provides the applicants the right to timely clearances. So this is going to avoid the delay in the business activities. Another first is acceptance of self-certification. Time limits for clearances maximum is going to take 15 days for mega projects. Provision of penalty if government delay clearances. There is provision of penalty if the government is going, if the department delay clearances. Common application form is going to prescribe. Applicants need not to go to different departments. Nodal officer on the lines of Singapore Economic Development Board. Applicants liable for action if self-certification is false. So if the self-certification is false, then the applicants who are going to apply for that, they are the responsible for that action. Zero tolerance for corruption. In this case, there is no such activities are going to take place. Minimum inspection and maximum facilitation. Once we go through this slide, once again, and do this. Next. Then TSI pass. The main theme of this TSI pass is it is going to clear the issues regarding business clearance through a single window system. That is through online system. Let me tell some more points regarding this TSI pass. Incentives claims under TSI pass to be applied for Paula Vaddi. First one, application for incentives for transport vehicle. Third one, power cost reimbursement, specific cleaner production measures, sales tax reimbursement, investment subsidy, industrial infrastructure development fund, reimbursement of cost involved in skill upgradation and training, reimbursement of stamp duty, transfer duty, mortgage, mortgage, land conversion, land costs. Seed capital assistance for first generation entrepreneur for micro enterprise. It is going to allow the seed capital assistance for first generation entrepreneur for micro enterprise. Reimbursement of all expenses incurred for quality certification, patent registration, advanced subsidy before DCP for SCST enterprises. So it is going to, the sectors which it is going to work is, then it is going to have some schemes, IIP 2010 to 2015, T idea for general OCBC and T pride for SC, ST, TS, physically handicapped. So T pride, T idea. So it is going to applicable to the manufacturing and service sectors. The type of incentives are one-time incentives, regular incentives, skill set incentives. Investment subsidy has to be applied after commencement of production within 6 months period. If not, enterprise will be eligible to claim only 50% of the claim amount. So he has to, the entrepreneur who is going to start the business has to apply after the commencement of production within 6 months. If he crosses that period, then he is not liable to that subsidy. Next one. And our next topic is thrust areas and core sectors as per Telangana State Industrial Policy. So first one is life sciences, which includes bulk drugs, formulations, vaccines, nutraceuticals, biologicals, incubation centers, research and development facilities, and medical equipment. With life sciences, which are going to deal with the biological experiments, biological production which are going to work with the life. And then IT hardware, including biomedical devices, electronics, cellular communication, and FAM. So let me tell what is FAB. So here life sciences deals with the production of drugs, and next one is formulations. Means they are going to do the research regarding the new medicine which has been. So here formulation means these are going to done in the chemical labs to find out new medicine to heal any new problem, vaccines. Since our present situation, we are going to present in this pandemic situation. Research formulations are going on to find out the vaccine for this COVID-19. So for that, this life sciences department is going to help. So FAB IT hardware including biomedical devices, electronics, cellular communications, and FAB. Nothing but fragment fulfillment assurance building. Okay, so known of this. So IT hardware means here we are going to use the biomedical devices. So without devices, here the research and development cannot be done. So for that, in not only this case, in the diagnosis process, hospitals, all there we are going to use the biomedical devices. So for that purpose also we need some IT hardware and electronics, cellular, in electronics world also we are going to use the IT hardware, cellular communications and FAM. And next one is precision engineering, including aviation, aerospace and defense, food processing and nutrition products, including dairy, poultry, meat, fisheries. Next one is automobiles, transport vehicles, auto components, tractors, and then farm equipment. And next one is textiles and apparels. Apparels, leather and leather value added products like shoes, purses, bags, artificial material infused and coated textiles, paper and paper products, plastics and polymers, chemicals and petrochemicals, glass and ceramic. Next one is FMCG, fast moving consumer goods and domestic appliances. Next one is engineering and capital goods, including castings, foundry and ferroalloy, and other metallurgical industries, gems and jewelry, waste management and green technology, renewable energy and solar parks, mineral-based and wood-based industries, transportation, oblique, logistic, oblique, inland port, oblique, container depots. So totally you are going to have 14. So the Telangana government, once again I am going to explain this. Telangana state government has conducted detailed studies and consulted experts to identify the competitive advantages the state can have given its geographical location, available resources, and skill-based raw material availability, existing manufacturing practices and expertise, and opening up of new opportunities. Accordingly, the Telangana state government recognizes the following 14 sectors as trust areas, investments in which will be accorded a higher priority over others. So, in this, first one is life sciences, including bulk drugs, formulations, vaccines, nutraceuticals, biologicals, incubation centers, R&D facilities, medical equipment. Hyderabad is the bulk drug and vaccine capital of the country. However, in the past 8 to 10 years, the sector has stagnated, where the leadership in formulations and bulk drugs has to be maintained. New opportunities like life-saving drugs, new vaccines, and biologicals have been emerged. This is an urgent need to encourage this sector, especially in the emerging life sciences area. And next one is IT hardware, including biomedical devices, electronic, cellular communications, and fan. So Telangana has a robust IT software sector which will complement IT hardware. The Government of India has approved an IT investment region for Hyderabad as well as two electronic manufacturing clusters. The large health industry in Telangana will support biomedical devices and medical electronics. Precision engineering, including aviation, aerospace, defense. Hyderabad is home to a large number of defense, aerospace, and defense research laboratories like DRDO, DRDL, RCI, BDL, MDN, Ordnance Factory, DR, DMRL, etc. In addition to the five large Tata investments in aerospace, there is also the JMR MRO, a group of innovative aerospace SMEs also exist in Hyderabad, which has supplied components to the Chandrayaan and Mangalyaan initiatives. GOI has also announced 49% FDI in defense sector, creating huge investment opportunities. Food processing and nutrition products, including this, we are going to have the dairy, poultry, meat, and fisheries. Telangana is a large producer of agro products like cereals, pulses, oilseeds, fruit, and spices. It's also the market leader in the poultry and seed business. There is potential expand into greenhouse and exotic vegetable cultivation. To add value to agro products and to maintain and expand existing strengths, as well as to partner with the National Food Processing Mission, there is a need to encourage this sector. And next, coming to the automobile transport vehicles. This automobile industry is an important sector for any state. The upstream and downstream supplier opportunities will boost the engineering SME sector also. The MIM tractor plant in Telangana and the auto component SMEs will be the anchor around which the future growth and investments in the automobile sector will emerge. And then coming to the textiles and apparels. Textiles and apparels, leather and leather value added products like shoes, purses, bags, artificial material, infused and coated textiles, paper products, etc. There is a tremendous potential for paper and paper products industry in the state due to the growing demand for such products. And then coming to the plastics and polymers. So the former combined state of Andhra Pradesh had a ECPIR sanctioned by GOI. This has gone to the residual state. Plastics polymers, and downstream petrochemical industries are predominantly in the MSME sector with huge employment potential. The products of this sector are consumed on a daily basis all over the country. This sector is critical for a large number of MSMEs. Then next one is fast moving consumer goods and domestic appliances. The growth rates of this FMCG and domestic appliances sector has been phenomenal. Even when the country's economy was slow, Telangana is centrally located in India, and for the FMCG and domestic appliances sectors, transportation costs are very critical. It is important to take advantage of the locational advantage of the state, especially for this sector. Next one is engineering and capital goods, including castings, foundry, and ferroalloys and other metallurgical industries. This is a very important sector if the state has to capture the entire value chain of the automobile, aerospace, petrochemicals, domestic appliances, and paper and textile sectors. The trust areas in this section will provide the supply chain to the other trust areas sectors. Gems and jewelries. Hyderabadi pearls and lacquer bangles made by local artisans are known all over the world. Value addition to these traditional products and diversification into other gems and jewelry items will provide the much needed relief to local artisans and craftsmen. Then coming to the next one, waste management and green technology. This is a sector that will become mandatory for all the industries. Green initiatives can be shown to be profitable. The Telangana state has functional models of SPV efforts of waste management. This sector has tremendous growth potential. Then renewable energy and solar parks. This sector is a priority all over the world. The state of Telangana has large extents of land and eminently suitable for non-conventional and renewable energy installations. Then mineral-based and wood-based industries. Much of the minor mineral wealth of the state like granite, quartz, and silica sand is exported in raw form with minimal processing within the state. Similarly, bamboo and other MDF suitable plant material also need to be exploited so that sustainable incomes are generated and the forest trees can be saved. Transportation logistic hub. Regarding this, the state of Telangana is landlocked, yet it hopes to become a major destination for international investors. In addition, it is centrally located and has the potential to become a major transit and logistic hub. Each of the above thrust areas will have its own sectoral policy and structure of incentives. High-level advisory panels with private sector and academic experts will be constituted for each of the sectors. An interdepartmental task force for each sector chaired by Special Chief Secretary of Industries and Commerce Department will also be in place to achieve the required coordination. Frequent trust area sector-centric investor meets to be organized to showcase the advantages of the state Telangana offers for the sector. Trust area sector-centric industrial parks with well-developed infrastructure required for the particular sector will be developed at appropriate locations in the state. So these are the 14 trust areas which are very, very important. I want to go through this slide once again. Life sciences, IT hardware, precision engineering, food processing, automobiles, textiles and apparels, plastic and polymers, fast moving consumer goods. Since our state is located at central location, engineering and capital goods, gems and jewelry, waste management and green technology, renewable, renewable energy and solar parks, mineral-based and wood-based industries, transportation. So ESI pass, which is going to give the clearance at a single window system through online mode. Then state industrial policy, where our the main slogan of this the industrial policy is innovate, incubate, incorporate. So it intends to provide a business regulatory environment which makes the business easy and also ensures innovation and technology in the industries of the Telangana state. So through this, the industrial policy can able to uplift the social equality and also uh, is going to balance the social balances. It also balances the regional balance and also it is going to uplift the rural people and also it is going to guide the industrial persons by affording some skills through skill upgradation and also it is going to raise the employment opportunities among the youth and also so with this our Telangana state industrial policy has been covered and then coming to trust areas and the next session we will move to the classification of projects classification of projects as well as special assistance to men. Some remaining topics we'll see in the next session. This I'm going to stop my session. Thank you one and all.